So we've reached our 30s and boy, that's not really working out the way we thought it would. And I'm not saying that things are bad, things are not necessarily bad, but they're not quite what you thought they'd be. I mean, we all, have a decent job, able to provide for our family, and some of us have careers that are really good, and we come home, hang out with our friends and our children and that sort of thing. But if you're honest, from time to time, the thing that you really wanted to do, the real thing, still taps you on the shoulder from time to time. And if that is the case for you, like it still is for me, that means that your dreams are not dead. They're just on life support and maybe just need a push from Big Guy Fly to get started with them again. I'm Kurt Robinson. This is Big Guy Fly, and I'm asking the question, is 30 where your dreams gonna die? Check it out. So for whatever reason, the age of 30 culturally is like a death sentence to anything that you wanted to do. No, you can't be a dancer. No, you can't be an engineer. You trying to be a lawyer in your 30s? You want to be a YouTube star? You tripping. It's like, this is the place where everything ceases. If you didn't do it while you were young, then it doesn't exist anymore and you need to throw it in the closet with all of your other feelings. And what people who say trash like that don't realize is that this is something that you've always wanted to do, but you just didn't have the set of circumstances that afforded you the time or the ability to be able to actually do it. Sad part with all of this is rather than forge ahead and just keep pressing through, if we're honest, most of us just stop and don't do anything at all because we're afraid of looking foolish. And rather we go with something that's realistic. Now, I'm not telling you to go follow your heart, go quit your job and forge ahead. No, that's not true because the bills have to get paid. What I am trying to say is if those feelings are there and you're repressing them, is that it's unhealthy and it really just takes the taste out of what life is. So today I'm going to give you some reasons why I don't think you should walk away from your dreams just yet in your 30s. First reason why you shouldn't give up on your dreams in your 30s is because your 30s is probably the first time in your whole life that you really figured out and honed in on what you really want to do. So here's the thing, unless you were ultra focused in your teens and in high school and you had great parents who were pushing you to do a certain thing, then your 20s provides the time that you need to really figure out who you are. And honestly, we're still discovering that. But by the time you're 30, you have responsibilities, you have a set schedule, and that creates discipline. And it's that same discipline that's gonna give you the strength to continue to forge forward with the dream that you have in your heart. Number two, hopefully in your 30s, you've stopped caring about what people think about you. It's like, oh my God, this is like the number one thing that I think holds people back from doing anything that they want to do. You're trapped in the thoughts of someone who has nothing to do with you. Some person from like high school or from like 5 or 6 years ago, or somebody who's around you right now who can't get in their mind that you're trying to go somewhere that they're not going. Let's face it, all these thoughts are they? What are they gonna think? What are they gonna say? How are they gonna feel? And the truth of the matter is they don't even exist. They are a set of thoughts that you've conjured up in your mind about why or when or how you can't do something. In reality, the they thoughts actually come to make you stronger, and as you overcome them, you'll have more and more strength for when things really get hard up ahead. The third reason why you should still continue on with your dreams in your 30s is because if you don't do it, somebody else will. Everything outside of self-care that we'll ever do in life has someone else attached to it. And what I mean is that it's serving somebody. It's giving something to somebody. Your dreams or whatever it is that's in your heart is in service to other people. And if you're not the person to fulfill it, the universe, I believe God, has a way of bringing somebody else to the forefront who will. And one of the hardest moments I've ever had in my life is watching somebody else do the thing that I was supposed to do. But rather than hating on that person that's doing the thing that you wanted to do, you should probably partner with them, befriend that person, talk to them so that you guys can get in concert with each other, because y'all are trying to get to the same place anyway. Think iOS and Android, right? One obviously does it better than the other one does, but that doesn't stop either of them from existing. They both serve a purpose for people. So if you see somebody else doing the thing that you wanted to do, befriend that person, because y'all don't do it exactly alike anyway. Now let's go over some excuses as to why you think you can't do it in your 30s. Number one, oh, I don't have time. Make time for that crusty dude or that busted girl that you want to talk to every day. You make an hour for them, even if it is just an hour. Take that hour and put it towards something that you really want. It's not to say you shouldn't have relationships outside of what it is that you're trying to do, but if it's important to you, then you need to make time for it. Excuse number 2, man, I got kids. I want you to give that same excuse to Aisha Chance. If you don't know who she is, Google her. She's a single mother of 5 children who finished law school. Now, I'm not saying that Aisha is not an exception to the rule. She is an exception. And in fact, she's exceptional. And it's going to take an exceptional effort on your part to fulfill whatever is in your heart to do. And last but not least, excuse number 3. I feel like my time has passed. If this is still something that's knocking on your heart, then the time hasn't passed. The time is right now to do it. Dreams over time begin to evolve. They take on different avenues, different vehicles. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an animator. I don't necessarily want to do that anymore, but that was something that I wanted to do at that time. That doesn't knock on my heart anymore. Now what I want to do is help people. And if you look through my life, if you knew who I was personally, you would see my whole life has been geared towards helping people. So I still want to help, but the vehicle has changed. And it's the same thing for you. The time hasn't passed. Just pick a different path. All right, so let's talk turkey. Now what? Now what do I do? I've gotten motivated. The video was so great, and I'm gonna go for my dreams. Well, that's pretty much up to you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring you content every single week on this channel, talking about men's fashion, lifestyle, and advice for big and tall men, because that's what I like to do. That's what I'm passionate about. I'm sure that there are plenty of people who watch these videos just for a laugh, because I'm not where they thought that I should be, but ultimately I'm a million times better than those same people who sit and point and laugh because I'm doing what I want to do. Now what are you gonna do? Listen, man, I work a great job. I mean, a really good job that God has blessed me with to be able to take care of pretty much my whole family. But the bottom line is that if I can't do this, if I can't get on this screen and talk to you guys once a week, twice a week, hopefully coming up soon here, then it doesn't even matter to me. It's the thing that's in my heart to do. If your dream doesn't make you any money, you still do it, because there are still people who need to be served, and it's ultimately a benefit to you because it's satisfying. It's satisfying for me to know that you guys are watching these videos, the 36 or 37 people who watch them on a weekly basis, but I'm cool with that because it's a little part of me that I'm leaving with you. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Twitter @BigGuyFly or on Instagram @BGFKurt, and I will see you guys next week.